you can call me the Owl. And night after night, nothing escapes my gaze. I see all your crime, all your Tootsie Pop licks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children all ages, because I'm your favorite random man, Future King of YouTube. Terrence was in the building today. How you guys doing? So before we get started with today's video, guys, I just also want to apologize for what happened in the my last reaction to video, which was the Marvel Rises. As I explained before, like the my face cam was not working. It just got corrupted. I don't know what happened or how it got corrupted. But I didn't want to scrap the video, but at the same time, I also want to still give people my thoughts on how I felt about the game after seeing the trailer. But anywho, God, let's talk about this episode of X-Men '97, man. Because I honestly, it's not better than the third. I will be clear on that. It's not better than the third episode. The third episode is top tier to me right now. Because all the emotions everything was just perfect with that episode. But oh my god! But it was still good. It was really still good because like this episode really focused on Jubilee and Storm. And it's Jubilee's 18th birthday now. And she's ready to celebrate her birthday. Mandela said, "No, we gotta go ahead and train the Danger Room. Jubilee know how to master her powers, this, that, and the forward." So, cause I did see a clip. I'm like, cause I thought it was the crazy thing is when I saw the clip, I thought it was an actual video game, and I'm like, cause it took me by surprise. I'm like, this a game? Like, is this really a game? Cause it was really good. Cause it was like it's a 2-part episode called Motendo and Life and Death. I'll get more on Life and Death once I talk about Jubilee's part. But man, so because when you saw the cartridge on the you see the cartridge, it says it shows Mojo. It was Apocalypse. It was a game called the Mutant Apocalypse for yeah, hold on. Wow, had a brain loss. My brain had just locked. Why I'm talking like that? I don't know. But what happened was you see the cartridge. The cartridge like a Sega Genesis, but like you see the console like an old school Sega Genesis, and the cartridge like is a Super Nintendo cartridge, and it was the Mutant Apocalypse. If I remember, while editing this, I'll put the image of the Mutant Apocalypse on here and the side-by-side image with the episode, because that was a callback. So yo, that's the Mutant Apocalypse game. Capcom working there for the NES.
Boy, what did you say to me?
Sorry, for the SNES or Super NES. And man, it was a lot of callbacks. I can't remember all, but one of the callbacks that really stood out to me was, of course, they did the Konami X-Men arcade game. Oh my god, that brought back so many memories. That junk was so fun. Funny enough, it took me some years to actually beat that game. I think I beat it at when did I beat that game? Yeah, we used to go to it was like putt golf type of things. Like you play putt and play go-karts, and me, my brothers, and one random dude. I think it's like 5 people. Cause I was like maybe I was maybe 16 when I beat that game. Then one time at Yumacon, we beat it. I need to go ahead and get that arcade thing by that. It's like only like $300. I'm gonna try to find that truck and record and beat that. But that was a good callback. But during this arcade, because Julie and Roberto was caught up in it. Like, so they both got teleported in there. It was like, man, what's going on here? So what happened was this lady, because at first I was like I didn't know it was a lady at first. I said, oh shoot, it's Longshot. Longshot's back on here. And the crazy thing was, it wasn't it was a female said that's not Longshot. So who's that? And before I go on Mojo, okay, all right. First and foremost, thank God. I should have said this. I'm gonna say this earlier, but thank God I don't have to deal with more for this whole episode. He made one crummy joke where he says, like since somebody get no point in his 16th, or like on their 16th or 18th birthday, Magneto's like, my parents died. Boy, shut up. Thank you, Magneto. I'll clap it up for the man, Magneto. Shut Morph up. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. But going back to Mojo, I'm like, please, like Mojo was like, he slimmed down. I think Jubilee remembers Mojo. Mojo has been in several of the OG X-Men shows, where he kidnapped them. And then like it was Mojo like, hey, you know what? The X-Men are too old. They can't do this, and they're not giving me the ratings. Like Mojo is pretty much in his own universe, stuff like that. Trying to sell his Motendo. God, I love that name. I love that name, Motendo. You try to like, yeah, I'm trying to put all these Motendos all across the universe, make money. So Mojo is that weird dude. Like, I'm gonna make money by any means necessary. But the first time we see Mojo, he was like kind of slim and like flapping everywhere. I was like, please don't let Mojo be like this. And then one point during whoever this mystery woman is, she kept interfering, trying to help Jubilee and Roberto out. Because a while Roberto wasn't using his powers or nothing like that. But another callback they did on there was the Matrix. When he would answer go to the phone and they get teleported out the Matrix. That was good. They had the Days of Future Past poster on there. Because they did it in of course it was in the comic books, and they did it again. If you remember in Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3 or Marvel's Capcom, however you want to call it, they had the missing deads or still active, stuff like that. I can't remember every callback, but the arcade game was good. At one point when Jubilee was beating up on Magneto or trying to beat up Magneto, at one point I happy that she struggled. I was like, bro, please. But Mojo actually got like Spyro came back. The actual Spyro came back. I was really geeked about that. I was like, yo, Spyro's back. That was cool to see. So Mojo got really, the thing was going good. He actually he got his little fat form, stuff like that. I was like, yo, this is pretty good. And eventually, when Jubilee beat Magneto and she saved Roberto was losing health, she found like an edge. Like Mojo's like, hey, I told you to stop. Whoever it is, stop helping them. Like pretty much, Mojo wanted them to die so he can because he wanted Jubilee to test the game out. But he was playing like, hey, Jubilee, you can live here forever. You can do whatever you want here. And so he got pretty much like just trying to go to the end, like, hey, just keep doing what I need you to do here. So eventually, Jubilee does beat Magneto, but then they get teleported. So I'm like, who is this mystery woman saving Jubilee and Roberto? Kind of find out it's an older Jubilee. And pretty much Jubilee was saying like, hey, like playing video games is fun, this and that and other, but this is not real. Like, you need to grow up. People tell her you just need to grow up. That was that. Bruh, older Jubilee was banging, dog. I mean, she was just doing all these type of new moves and stuff like that. Jubilee was like, oh, I can do that? So yeah, and so much more. Bruh, it was so cool to see. Because I really can't remember. Besides Jubilee turning into a vampire, I can't remember what all she can do with her powers now. I know she got a whole lot better and better with them in the comic books. But eventually, that Roberto helped out. Jubilee and older Jubilee worked together and they destroyed Mojo. I hope he's not permadead, but Mojo always finds a way to come back. He always finds a way to come back. Now Spyro pretty knocks him down. So Jubilee and Roberto get teleported outside of the console. And Jubilee, hey, bro, you could have been killed. So yeah, had to take a chance. And they kissed. I mean, it was bound to happen. Jubilee and Roberto making out, becoming a couple. That was cool. So the next part is called Life and Death Part 1. So of course, this is a Storm. I actually had to do a little history about Storm. It was like the last episode before I said, hey, Storm, I want to help you. And I love the fact that they're really picking from the comic books, and I love that they are doing that. I will give them that much credit. That's what I really love about this episode of X-Men 97 and the last one. They really are going towards the comic books, and so that's what I really love. So pretty much Forge is trying to help Storm, get her powers back. He's trying to do everything he can to help her, and I will admit, the one thing I love about Life and Death Part 1 in this particular episode, Storm just looked so beautiful, man. The animation is great. I really love the animation for this. I cannot express how much love I have for this. But it just like Ford just telling, hey, I was in a war, things happened, lost my limbs, and it's I had to learn to adapt because again, don't you know Ford? He's a technopath. He pretty much can make anything and make it work. And so I think he's not that overpowered with it, but for anything it can work and it can happen. I love the fact they showed pictures of the X Factor. Cause I remember the first time we saw Ford was when Iceman came back in the OG X-Men show, and so pretty much he came back in. It was the X-Men versus X Factor. That was one of my favorite episodes when X-Men going against X Factor. That was so good. And so they tried the machine once. And Storm was like, before I get off, I'm sorry, I'm moving on a little bit too quick. The one thing I like when they was riding on the horses, man, it's just the voice actor. So I can't remember her name, but God Almighty, I love her acting in this, and she does such a fantastic job with Storm. Not saying anybody who voiced Storm in the past wasn't bad, but it's just something about her particular Storm that I love so much. So pretty much, nothing happened. I was like, at one point, someone's like, when he my call. I'm like, so it didn't work at first, right? And she said, when please hear my call. The trees started to move. I'm like, oh, she got her powers. And then you see them birds fly out. I was like, oh my God, they did us dirty. I'm like, they did us so dirty with that. I was hurt and crushed. And this made me feel for Storm. And this is the one thing I do want to say with episode 2, like you feel Storm's emotion because she's felt so connected with her powers and with the elements. It crushed me, man. It really did. But I know I'll keep jumping around. Forgive me. Y'all know how I do with these random things. But so what ended up happening was when Forge and Storm was talking, there was this owl in the house, and Storm mentioned the owl. So I've seen that owl before, but then But I was like, this owl don't look right to me. It says something ain't right about this owl. So at one point, Forge downstairs still tinkering with the machine, trying to help Storm get her powers back. And then this is where, again, this is coming from the comic books. I do remember Storm losing her powers, but I don't remember the whole story arc. And I did a little homework. So Forge tells Storm, someone Forge is talking. Forge tells Storm that, hey, yes, I did work on them. She needs a protest, but I didn't think they was going to do something like this. And Storm was rightfully so upset. And Forge's like, hey, no, it's like, you are gods to me. Pretty much say, I love you.
I love you. You meant to make me a goddess.
And it's like, so like, you say you just got a fool here. And like, again, it's like, it's something of when Storm, when you hear Storm, you feel her, you feel when she's ultimately sad and mad. I just can't praise this actress enough because she does such a fantastic job with this character. So Storm's like, no, I'm out. Storm, Forge already loved her. He's like, Storm didn't want to hear it. Storm didn't want to hear it because in the comics, Storm and Forge was supposed to be in love and get married. But when she found out about how Forge worked on those collars, that the inhibitors that nullified, not put me permanently, but nullified mutants for using their powers. So she's riding on the desert. Then next thing she see these red eyes pop out of nowhere, and Storm just fell through Forge's house. And then you see, and I really thought it was the Shadow King. I was like, yo, Shadow King? We're gonna get Shadow King in this? No, we didn't. It's a dude called the Adversary. I remember hearing about this character before, but I don't remember him. I did look up. He pretty much is an enemy of the X-Men, and I think he's I want to say he's from native descent. I could be wrong. I gotta look it back up again. But man, so now I would give this much credit to another thing I would give credit to the show. We're seeing villains and characters we never seen in a long time or ever. Like we got to see Execution in the second episode. We get to see, well, actually maybe the first two. We see Madam Pryor come back in, and now we got the Adversary coming in. So because that was the story called Life and Death. So seeing Mojo come back, and then like the Adversary bit, like he's this owl monster demon thing, and he bit into Forge, tossed the Forge out the way. And everybody wants to kidnap, do something with Storm. What it is, I don't know. We probably gotta wait till next week. Cause I know next week, I think we get 5 and 6 next week. And I think I think the last week, I don't know how they doing their episodes. Kind of weird. I think it's 5 next week, 7, and then 6 and 7 after that. Then 8 is the last thing they're doing. But again, I will give this junk the utmost credit, because don't forget, yes, superhero love life is very complicated. It is not fair. But what I love so much about this, y'all, please hear me out. Because you remember, in the OG X-Men cartoon, they took a little bit from the Age of Apocalypse, where Xavier gets killed. Storm and Wolverine became a couple. They also played this out in the Ultimate comic books. I can't remember they played this in main continuity No, they did play the main continuity comic books. But, so I wonder, if not this season, I wonder in the next season, we get Storm and Wolverine becoming a thing. I want that to happen. I really do. But yeah, that's all I got for this review, guys. I know my last one, I didn't give no ratings. I remember now. So this particular episode, because I'm gonna say like this: episode 3 get a 5 out of 5 dancing multipliers. This one, I'm gonna give like maybe 3.5. Maybe 3.5 dancing multipliers. It wasn't bad. It was really good. I didn't hate it. I really didn't, but again, I don't hate it. It was good. Like I said, right now, to me, X-Men 97 is still on the right path, and I'm enjoying the ride with it so far. So far, like I said, episode 1 and 2 did not really care for. 3 and 4, I love. I do love. I still think 3 is better. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this up here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, come to Random Side. We do have those cookies. # Victoria's Kitchen. And tomorrow is another episode of My Ride, guys. Saturday, I don't know, either maybe today or maybe Saturday. I don't know which day I'm gonna do it, or maybe Friday. I don't know. I'm gonna do that demo. Hope I get this demo ready for Stellar Blade done. I want to have my experience with that. But we'll see how I feel it, because I've been really working hard this week. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Please, I'm gonna say it again. Please, you guys stay random. I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.